Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the start of a brand new weekly vlog. So today is actually Friday, so we're vlogging a little bit later, so I will definitely be including some footage from over the weekend, but when I'm actually filming this, we're right smack bang in the middle of another heat wave, which, don't get me wrong, I do love the summer months, but without being that person that's being a moaner, if it could just be consistently like between 20 to 23, that would just be amazing. Because when it is like it's forecast today to be 33, it's just extreme. It's obviously still school at the moment. The kids don't break up until next Friday. Darcy and Penny break up and I break up next Friday. Ollie actually breaks up the following Tuesday. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot. I'm thinking when I dropped Penny off this morning, there was a sign up in the reception to say that obviously because of the temperatures, they will be reapplying sunscreen and just encouraging the children to drink so that they keep on top of their fluids. But if you want to get them early, then you can do. Well, there wasn't anything like that in Ollie's school, but I actually only dropped him off at the gate because I've not been feeling 100% this week. If you watch my video, my cleaning video, it's like my last morning motivation, like morning clean, because I like to do those because that's when I get a lot of my jobs done. I think I sound a bit croaky now actually. I've had like an on and off sore throat for probably coming up to a week now. It feels more like a hay fever sore throat though, so it's not like, it's obviously manageable, it's fine, it's not, I've not like been taking medication or anything like that for it. I've not been needing paracetamol, so I feel, compared to how I felt at Christmas when I ended up getting the flu, I feel like absolutely fine, but obviously just feel a bit crap. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have seen that I'd also been feeling a little bit unwell with my monthly. So if this is TMI, maybe just skip past the next few minutes. So that came in a few days earlier this month, which obviously sometimes happens with the cycle. So I track mine on an app just so I know roughly when it's due to come. I know like when I'm predicted to ovulate, you know, all the good stuff, because I am not on any birth control or anything like that, because I just feel like, and it's again personal preference, some birth controls work amazing for other people. I just don't know what it is. Again, it could be like a mental thing as well, because I feel like certainly, so I'm just twisting you around because it's so bright, it keeps making me dark. And if you can hear like wind, it is the fan. I have to have the fan on. I'm just going to grab my water a minute, guys, because it's actually roasting up here. I just needed to potter around and sort some washing out. Hence, you'll see the piles there. And then I needed to empty our bins because we didn't have, I ran out of like the little pedal stool bin bag things, and so there's nothing in the wicker bins at the minute. I don't like to keep rubbish just in there because I didn't want the material to go funny. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, certainly over the last couple of years, I just feel like something in my body is like changed and it seems to react to quite a lot of things. So if you've been here, like when I was pregnant for Penny, I had so many chest infections, which again, it's not necessarily like a big deal. It's not unheard of because your immune system's compromised when you're pregnant. And then I developed a reaction to amoxicillin. So then the doctor said we have to keep you off of like anything penicillin based, because obviously I've just developed a reaction to it. And so I found that when I was on things like the pill, the coil was absolutely fine. I think it's called the Mirena coil. So I had that, we're talking years ago though now. So I suffered with, let's just go back to the beginning. So pre-kids, when not long after I met Tom, my periods were always quite heavy, but then I kept getting like reoccurring like water infections and cystitis, and I would constantly bleed like all, sorry, just put my phone on silent while I talk to you. So I was on like no, I wasn't. I was on the pill for contraception. And it was one of those that you took for 21 days and then you had a break, but you didn't have to have the break. You could kind of like pick and choose when you have a break. But now thinking about it, that's not like a real period. That would be like, I don't know, like in my eyes, it's like a mimicked period, because it's not like the cycle of your body. I don't know. I feel like sometimes like periods are annoying, but it's how like our body's designed to work. Like your body knows it. If you're not pregnant, every month is going to shed like the lining of your womb and have your period. So anyway, I went through so much like who had bleeding, cystitis, like pain, just like it was really hard when I was only young. I was about 22, 23, like my early 20s, I remember, and I was constantly at the doctors, constantly having time off of work, and like you can't explain it. And I do feel like women's health, not just women's health, there are other aspects of the like health that is just completely overlooked, and there's not enough research, and there's not enough not necessarily sympathy, but like understanding around it. And it's kind of like, I did feel like, especially back then, even my managers at work, I did feel like it was a little bit like, it's a period, like deal with it, like get it, like I don't know. And it to the point where it was like debilitating. Like I would have like constant water infections and cystitis that I couldn't be like, I'd spend hours just sat in the bath because that would ease the symptoms, because I could just like, obviously nothing came out. It felt like you needed a wee, but nothing would come out. So I had a couple of laparoscopies. My poor tummy's been through the absolute ringer in my like lifetime, and they diagnosed endometriosis. So they, sorry guys, I'm really like bunged up as well. So when in one of my later laparoscopies, they like lasered, I don't know, they got rid of the endometriosis tissue. A lot of it was on my cervix. There was quite a lot of scar tissue on the cervix, and obviously it's quite a sensitive area anyway, and you're going in with a laser, so they don't like to keep doing that. And it had grown back. So a couple of days after my surgery, I had like awful symptoms, and they checked again, and it had grown back within 2 days. So they were like, we cannot keep lasering this off, because you're going to end up like with no cervix at this rate, or very damaged cervix. And obviously you're in your early 20s. We don't want to obviously like jeopardize the chance of you like having children. So they fitted the Mirena coil, but I had to have that while I was under general anesthetic in one of the procedures. Anyway, long story short, that worked fine for a few years. I got married. We then decided we wanted to have children straight away, so I went to the doctor, had that out. That was fine. I've never been on anything since, actually. So when I had Darcy, there was quite a lot of pressure to put yourself back on contraception, and so I was like 27 when I had Darcy. I didn't really research into things, and I just thought, that's fine, I'll go back onto the coil, have the coil again, because it worked fine. Didn't have a period, which to me back then was like a great thing. And I didn't have to remember like another thing of taking a pill and forgetting, because we wanted like a couple of year gap between Darcy and if we had another child. Anyway, I went in to have it done, and they couldn't fit it because my uterus is tilted. They couldn't get it in, and they said you need to be sedated or whatever to have it fitted. So I just didn't ever have it. So basically, since falling pregnant with Darcy, I've not been on any contraception, and I've kind of learned, so my body's gone through, it's got any hormone that was associated with any contraception out. I'm very regular with my cycles. I track them. I know when I'm ovulating. Obviously I've had 3, obviously I've had a miscarriage and an ectopic before pregnancy since Darcy, completely by tracking my cycles. So I know exactly where I am. I know when it's like a non-fertile time. And yeah, since Penny though, I feel like, because obviously I had quite a lot of issues postpartum. My periods have been horrendous. I've spoken about this. And anyway, my cycle came a couple of days early, which is fine. It happens. Some cycles might be longer. Obviously I'm 40, so I do think I'm going through perimenopause as well. But other than that, I've not like had lighter or missed periods. Just I think through some of the symptoms. Anyway, it came on Monday, so by day 3 I was coming upstairs to start editing the video, and I couldn't stand up. I had awful lower abdominal pain, and I said, Tom, I need to just go and lay down for a minute. Like, I don't know what's happening, because usually if I'm going to get painful periods, it's usually at the start, not like on the tail end of day 3 going into day 4. Anyway, guys, for like hours and hours I was passing the biggest clots. Like, we're talking, without going into graphic detail, like bigger than my hand, honestly. And it's really like, it's so alarming that I'm just like, oh, what's coming, like, what is this? And so it went on for a few hours, and then the clots stopped. I was still obviously bleeding. Tom had gone out for a meal with the coaching team, and I woke up the next morning, took Penny and Ollie to school, come home. When I was driving, I started having pain again. So it had been like at least 12 hours, and then, so this was yesterday morning, I started passing clots again, and I didn't know what was happening again. So I phoned the doctors, I spoke to a doctor, and she was obviously lovely. Well, not obviously lovely, she was lovely, but, and I spoke about this in my Instagram story, and where I'm going with this, we'll get to in a second. I just feel like I'm having medication pushed on me, which I get does work, but we don't know why this is happening. It might just be my body. There could be an underlying issue. There's been no investigations, and I'm having all this medication like offered to me. I've declined it all, and I'm being like, feel like really pressured to take contraception, which I don't want. I don't want to mask a potential problem. I'm not saying there is a problem, because I don't know. And this is like, it could be something really simple, like my hormones are all out of whack, but there's no offer for that unless you pay for it yourself. And I just feel like it like really affects your day-to-day life. So I was on the toilet for hours. I have to leave to go to work at like 11, and I didn't phone in sick yesterday because I was waiting for the doctor to call back, and I didn't know what was happening. And so it then got too late for them to be able to get cover for me anyway. So I went in, and I just said to the girls at work, like, it's warm as well, and I'm outside in the playground, so just keep it glancing down. Like, I feel a little bit faint, but like, it's fine. And I feel like I do my best to look after myself. Like, I try and take all my supplements, I try and take things to like nourish my body. So yeah, I've been feeling a little bit rubbish this week. Obviously, it's probably not helped that it's really hot and I've had like a really big bleed. So I would imagine my iron is ridiculously low. So the doctor did say I need to go in for bloods next week, just so they can see what impact it has had on my body. So I do need to book in for that. But if anybody else has experienced anything similar, can you just let me know in the comments? Because I did speak about this in my Instagram story, and I would say the majority of people are really lovely and really supportive. And actually, this is like, the way I'm feeling is probably really, sadly, a lot of people feel the same. But I had one person who happened to be a female as well. So you'd sometimes think that you would get a little bit of support from, you know, my fellow females who are going through similar, or who have experienced similar, who can just like relate. And the message I got, and by the way, if you work in the NHS, I used to work for 111. I feel like it's a shame our NHS has got to the point that it has, because we are so lucky to have a national health service in this country. The powers that be that run this country, I do feel like do not have our best interests at heart. And my personal opinion is I feel like they're trying to privatise the NHS, and they're just trying to run it into the ground. But I am not having a dig at anybody that works in the NHS. It isn't personal. Just over the past, when did I get pregnant for Penny? 2020. Over the past 5 years, maybe 6 years, I felt very let down. And not supported at all, and just kind of like get on with it sort of thing. And I had somebody say to me that if you're not going to take the advice of the NHS, maybe I suggest you go and seek private health care. I wish you all the best of luck. Seems like you may need it. And I just thought, I wasn't bashing the NHS as a whole. I feel like more could be done, not just for me. I'm obviously not the only person. There's people that go through like way more than what I'm going through, but there's not enough that's done. And then there's other things that people get so much support for, which, you know, God, should I say, I don't know, I'm probably going to get like hammered in the comments, but some people get so much support for things that could have been deemed to be self-inflicted. And I just feel like some things are just not fair. So I just basically want to say, if you do follow me on Instagram, I did put a whole post up, and I just said, like, if you feel that way, it's probably best that you unfollow me, because like, I definitely will continue to speak out, and without going into too much detail, I definitely do my own research, and we are silly to think that sometimes there are ulterior motives when it comes to medication. The pharmaceutical business is so big, like so big. It's a moneymaker. As sad as that is, it's a moneymaker. And I do feel like sometimes they may want us to be more sick than we actually need to be to profit off of us. I don't know, hopefully I'm wrong, but that's the vibe I get. So I won't just take things, like I will not take antibiotics now. I kind of do my own stuff at home. Same for the kids. I research absolutely everything, which I never used to do, which isn't a bad thing. And I did say, like, I find it quite empowering that as like a woman, I've got to 40, I know my body works how it's supposed to in terms of my cycle. I know when I'm fertile, when I'm not fertile. We don't want any more children. I mean, I would love them, but I don't think my body could cope with any more after what I went through with Penny. So we are actively trying to not get pregnant. So I know when to take extra precautions and when not to, you know what I mean? So I just feel like it almost seems like you get frowned upon for not taking contraception. How dare you not take the advice of the doctors? And I just think it's really sad. But yeah, sorry for that long-winded introduction, guys. I just wanted to, sometimes I don't do enough of these like sit down chit chats. I know we like to have a chat in my vlogs. But anyway, moving on from that, if you want to message me, you can come over to Instagram. I don't really know. I think you can message me on TikTok, but I'm way more active on Instagram. So I've been having some really good conversations with people. So if you want to message, obviously comment, you can reply to the comments, but obviously everyone can see that. So if you want to do it directly, please head over to Instagram if you want to discuss it further. But yeah, in this vlog, did mention I've literally I know it's probably too early for some, but I have been starting to prepare for Christmas. I know it's only July, I know, but there's some deals I just couldn't pass up, guys. And I feel like future me in a couple of months will be really thankful, because I've pretty much got Penny's stocking done in July. Like July, I've got it. So I'm going to show you that haul and link what I can, because most everything was on sale basically. You know me, I'm a little bit of a bargain hunter. I've got a couple of bits for Darcy and Ollie's stockings, but I've done a big order from Smiggle, so we'll go downstairs in a minute and I will show you that hopefully before work, because I want to film a B&M haul. So I'm gonna actually very quickly just get ready for work, as in do a little bit of makeup so I can film that haul. I'm gonna do it downstairs because it's just too hot to film in my bedroom. I've got this little denim number on, which I got from ASOS, whatever you call it. So I don't know, it's a little bit short for me, so I have to obviously bend at the knees, guys, and not like this, but I think it's really pretty, like around the front. And it's not, even though it's denim, it's not like heavy or anything like that. So I've definitely got that on today, because when I was driving to school, it was saying it was 28 degrees at, well, what time was that? 20 past 8 this morning. So it's hot. It's going to be hot today. I'm going to get Penny after I finish work, which I usually do on a Friday. Anyway, I'll show you in the garden as well. We've got the big pool set up, which I got last year. Bargain of the century. It's a Best Way one. A 10-foot, like one with the frame around it. It's like a hexagonal frame. Has the filter and everything. So we've set all that up. I got it for £34 off of the House of Fraser sale last year. I think I bought it in September. We had it up for like a week, because we always get really good weather like at the start of September, and then it was packed away for winter. So I sent Tom to our storage unit to pick it up, and I set that up for the kids, and Penny's just been loving it in there. So I've got a cover on it as well at the moment, which is black, and so I'm hoping, like, the fact that it's black as well, it will help like make the water a little bit warmer. But we're set to have a scorcher over a weekend, so I just said to Tom, we'll just get the pool up, because the kids can get use out of it, because hopefully I'm praying that the summer holidays are warm and not a washout, but we will see. I need to go and charge my camera, so I'm going to get ready for work, and then I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, so I've very quickly just got ready for work, and what time is it? 10 to 11, so I don't have to leave until about 11:30, so I've got about 40 minutes, which should be plenty of time for me to get this B&M haul filmed. I've just taken it in the front room. which I've got to film in the front room today, guys, because, sorry, this camera looks a bit twisted. It is just ridiculously hot in my bedroom, so I was just clearing a little bit of space. It's a bit chaotic in here because this is the Smiggle order, so I'll probably film that when I get back from work. But I was going to quickly show you the pool in the garden. Just excuse everything else, we haven't started the decking yet. I cannot wait. Tom had like a list of jobs before he can start ours, so his mum's decking needed to be done. He had another decking job, so yeah, ours just always gets put last. But let's go in the garden. So I've been making sure to give the hydrangea so much water, but it isn't loving the sun. I will soak it again a little bit later. But yeah, this is the pool. I don't know why Ollie's got all the cones out. So the pump is going. So it is a Best Way one. This is the 10 foot. I'm pretty sure it's 10 foot. I'll see if I can find it on offer anywhere and link it below. But this is the cover. I did get this off of Amazon. This is a Best Way one as well. But I'm just hoping that it just warms the water slightly. I mean, this is so hot to touch. But yeah, so when I get Penny from nursery, she can have a little play in the pool. So I'm going to leave the cover on until I get back, I think. So I'm going to head into the front room, get this haul filmed. I also did quite a big order actually on the Amazon Prime Day thing. So one of the items has come, but I think I'm going to do that just in its own video. The sale finishes today, so regardless of what I show, it's not all going to be here before the sale finishes. So I'll do that as a separate video. That way, if things jump back up like drastically in price, you can always like add it to, you can like love heart it and add it to a wish list. And then when it does have like a price reduction, Amazon let you know. So you can always do it that way. So I'll do that as a separate video. Otherwise I'm just going to be doing so many hauls in this video, but I'll definitely do the Smiggle when I'm back from work. But I'm going to go now, finish drinking my smoothie, which looks a little bit more purple than usual. I actually managed to find in TK Maxx, I needed to go in and get poo bags for Clifford. I actually saw those on Amazon Prime. They were in the same ones. I think it's called Earth Dog or something. And I like to get the scented bags just because it makes me feel a bit better that I'm picking up poo, but it smells like lavender. So they were literally even with the Prime Day discount, they were still £2 more expensive than TK Maxx. So I was up that way when I went into B&M. So I quickly ran in and got a box. And then I did find from the brand Real, I'll show you actually. So I always get on subscription the Balance Tonic and the Collagen Powder. But they had, what's it called? Berry Beauty. They had that and it was $12.99. So this is like for inner glow, like your skin, your hair. It has vitamin C. Created to give your body the tools it needs to unlock your natural beauty from within. So just full of really great stuff to treat the inside. So I got that. I thought it was a bargain for $12.99. So I did pick that up as well. So when I got it out, it looked more like a beetroot, like it had more of a red. So my smoothie is like extra dark today. But yeah, I'm gonna stop jibber jabbing now because otherwise I'm gonna run out of time before I need to head to work. Are we straight? Are we straight? Are we straight? This tripod is definitely... Oh, it's because the leg's propped up. Hang on, guys. Technical malfunction over here. Good morning, everybody. Today is actually Monday. I decided to take the weekend off of filming. I'm just going to put my phone on silent. I decided to take the weekend off of filming because it was... Oh, Clifford's having a shake. It was about 1,000,000 degrees. We had... like an amber warning for heat on Saturday, and Ollie had a tournament which I did think was going to get cancelled, postponed, whatever, but it went ahead. So we attended and it was very, very, very hot. So we went with gazebos, obviously everything that we needed to take to keep the kids comfortable, like water, ice. We even had like extra cool box with towels in that had ice and water in the box, so like it was like a giant bath to dunk towels in, and the kids were just walking around with it on their necks undercover in between games. Luckily the games were only 8 minutes. I think they shortened the games to 8 minutes. But what happened with one of the groups, there was a couple of games where there was an hour and a half between the games, which we didn't know until it started, because a team didn't turn up but didn't give advance warning that they weren't turning up, so it was too late to do anything with the running order. So that wasn't ideal, and we ended up, we had to meet for 1 o'clock, and we left here about 12:10. We didn't get in until about 7:45 that evening, because the team that Ollie was in made it all the way to the final. So it was, do you know what, it's actually one of the only times that I would have been really happy for them to have not made it out of the group, just because I wanted to get home, I won't lie. It was a lot. And then, so that was Saturday, and on Sunday, so yesterday, we took the kids to just somewhere local to us to go paddleboarding. It's about 20 minutes away. We spent a couple of hours there. And then we came home. So they were in the pool in the morning, but the day prior, Darcy didn't come to the tournament. So she actually stayed at home and had some of her friends round, and they had a bit of a pool party. But these girls getting in and out of the pool with their sun cream on. But yesterday morning when Ollie got in, he took the cover off, and it was so cloudy. And the pool does have a filter on it, but it obviously needs some chlorine. We cover it up at night. So my dad has got like all of the equipment, because my mum and dad have got a hot tub at their house. So I went and took some chlorine, but it just meant the kids can't go in the pool now until today. And then today it's actually so much cooler. And we're due to have quite heavy rain tomorrow. But I thought I would come on and do a haul with you, because I promised to do a Smiggle haul. You probably can't see in the hallway, I'll show you in a second, but I've got so many boxes piled up from my Amazon Prime Day orders, because I said that earlier in the vlog, I'm going to do that in a separate video. So I've got a couple of other packages coming today, I believe, and then I'll be able to share it with you. So like in part of it, I ordered some cans of Trip, the drink that I really like, because I got a crate of 12 for £10, like 40 I think. So I've just been taking like one out. So I've got the bulk of the pack, so I can do it in a haul. But it came in this huge box, so we've got quite a lot of goodies in here. Smiggle seem to always have, or quite a lot of the time have, like a sell section. So I will do my best to link below what I can. I don't think oh yes, it is in here. There is an invoice in here, is there? Does it have prices on? Yes, it does. Amazing. So I should be able to tell you how much everything cost. It came to £50.30, and I've got so many items. So shall we just dive straight in? It's not in any order. So some of this is going to be for Penny's stocking. It's all for Penny, because Darcy and Ollie obviously they're way past the age of Smiggle, but it just brings back memories, because obviously we thought we were done with Darcy and Ollie, and then Penny was our amazing surprise. So I thought I was over the whole Smiggle phase, and Darcy used to always have the Smiggle advent calendars, and then Ollie had it, and then he would then have like the Lego advent calendars. But obviously now for Darcy, she's moved on to like beauty advent calendars, so it is quite nice that I get to go back and like browse the sections and get all the cute little crafty bits, like the little smelly bits that they do in there, because everything's scented and smells amazing. And Penny is only 3, she will be 4 this Christmas. So she's into quite a lot more. She loves colouring, she loves crafts, so I've got quite a good selection, and I do honestly think she's going to love everything in here. So starting off with this, I'm just trying to see if I can find it just at a glance. So this is called a plushy toy. If my memory serves me correctly, they had a few different designs in this. I only got this one because this one was actually £7.80. It was reduced from £16. And even though obviously it's good, it's half price, it's still quite, she only needs one, in my opinion. I could just go like buy everything, but I just think, what is the point? She's only gonna want one. So I got this one. So this one is called Poppy, and she's the enchanted fairy. So she's got really cute wings on her back. If I just show you there, she's got like a cute little tutu and a flower headband, and she's just super cute, and I thought the colors were lovely. So I think this will probably be in her pile of presents. I tend to keep stocking gifts like small, so I probably will pop that as a part of her main present. So that is the first thing. And then I also picked up this torch projector. Now with this, I won't lie, I will absolutely be honest, I got it to £50, I think it was, because then I got free delivery. I think delivery with Smiggle is £5. So my order originally came to like £46. So there was something in here that I just added. I think it was the lip glosses. I added a couple of those to get it to £50 so that I would get free delivery, because I thought if I'm spending £5 on delivery, I may as well just spend £5 on a couple of extra items, and that way I'm getting something rather than not paying for the delivery. I don't know. I don't always do that. Sometimes obviously if I don't need to spend that much, then I will absolutely have to pay the delivery. But this is a projector torch. So it's cute unicorn mermaid dolphins. So this was £4.20, and it's got really cute designs. If I show you the back, it gives you an idea here. This one does need batteries, so I'm gonna kind of like make a bit of a mental note of everything that needs batteries, and I'll try and pop batteries in here before I wrap this up. Okay, next up, I did pick up this bottle for her. So she's probably actually going to have this one now, or for when she goes back in September. So this was £6. Now the bottles, if you've bought bottles from Smiggle before, they are easily £16, anything between like £10 to £16. This one actually has a spritz function on it. So it's got a little lever here that they can go like that, and it spritzes, like if it's hot, they can just give themselves a little spritz. So again, it's got cute unicorns on it, little rainbows, butterflies, just everything that I know Penny loves. It's in this cute lilac colour. So this was, it's not, they tend to put their older collections into the sale, so they've got like really cute new collections, but I just thought this is perfect for school. The one she's got now that I bought her when she started in January, I think it must have touched something hot when I was cooking, and I've put it in the sink stupidly, and it's got a little indent. It's not leaking yet, but it isn't, I don't think it's gonna last for a long time. So I was planning on getting her a new bottle to go back to school in September, so that is that. And I probably will get her a bottle to pop in her stocking for Christmas as well. Next up, I got her this really cute little purse. It's got unicorns on it, and it actually has a lanyard on it as well, so she can wear it around her neck. Just really cute fun colors. So I thought when I've picked her up from nursery, she's loving walking around in like the dress up bags. They take like donations in, and she loves wearing my bag. She loves playing with the purse, so I can get her some little pretend money, and she can use it when she's playing shops, or if she gets any money, I don't know, for Christmas or birthdays, whatever, she can keep it in there. And this one was £4.80. So again, this probably will go in her stocking. Next up, I picked up one of the Hello Kitty collectible squishies. So these are called Smigables. So they had quite a few different designs of these Hello Kitty ones. Again, they had all of them in stock, so I could have got a couple, but I just got one. So I'm sure she will love that, and I thought that would look really cute in her bedroom as well. And these ones were £3.60. So yeah, quite good stocking filler ideas. So I'll see what I can find if these are still in stock and link it below. Okay, this is actually really cool. So this is a noisy ball. Again, I think they had this in quite a few different designs. I just went with this kind of like ice cream design. It bounces and it makes funny noises, I think, on impact when it hits the floor. And this one was £1.80, so I thought that's a great little stocking filler. Okay, next up I've got her a couple of different lip gloss options. Again, they had about 4 or 5 different designs when I did do this order. This one has come unstuck from the packaging, so I need to kind of like tape that back on or glue that. But they are in the shape of kind of like the They look a little bit like the Enchanted Fairy that I got, just with different versions. So they are obviously different scents and different flavours. So this one is strawberry, and it's just a lip gloss. So if I just show you, because this one is open, this one is Tutti Frutti. So packaging is super cute, and you just unscrew the lid like this and it comes out with a little applicator. Penny will love this. It's obviously completely fine for her age. It's designed for children, so I thought it's perfect because she loves, whenever I'm doing my makeup, to be up there with me and to get involved. It's got little sparkles in it as well. Super cute. Again, I did get two because these were really, really cheap, if I remember rightly. Where are they? They were £2.40, so I thought that's super cute for her to keep in her little dressing table she's got in her room. I then spotted this Treasure Hunt Surprise kinetic sand. So you dig through the sand to find treasures. So I'm guessing you get like little jewellery bits in there, because that is what is on this box here. So I thought this was a perfect stocking filler. This one was £3.50, so again, I thought that was really great value. And kids love the things in Smiggle, so I'm sure she's going to be more than happy with those. Next up, I got a pack of little highlighter pens for her. I thought, obviously she doesn't need this for highlighting, but I thought because the packaging was so cute, she could use them for colouring, and it's kind of like based on their bubble time. They had a collection based around like bubble tea, so super cute characters in there, and these ones were £2.40. I also saw this. There was something else that I wanted to get, but it was out of stock. So annoyingly, quite a few things do go out of stock, but if you have a Smiggle local to you, they do also have a check stock in store function. So they had a few different options of this, whether you want kind of like the girl version or the boy version, but they're kind of like do your own stickers. So the stickers are pre-made, but you colour them in yourself, and they're on sheets like this. So I thought she would absolutely love that. You get 200, well, more than 200, it says 200 plus stickers to colour in. You get 3 glitter sheets, and you get 10 pens in there. It opens up, so it's in its own little storage box. So you get everything. If I just lift the lid off, you get the little sheets there, which are the glitter stickers. You get your pens there, and then this is the sheets with the actual stickers that you can colour in. So she will love that. Penny actually loves to do to get stickers, so I normally get her some sheets of stickers from Home Bargains, because she likes plain paper to create her own designs. So I just thought that was lovely. And it obviously looks like a little book, so it's very handy for travel as well, because it's all together in this handy little case. This was £3.60, so I thought that was a great price. I also picked up this set of scented pens. Again, they're part of the Bubble Time collection, so just really cute pastel colours. These were £1.80. And then last up, so this is the thing that I ordered to get the order over 50. So this was a little bit more expensive. I'm just going to take it out of the packaging. So this is kind of like a case that is absolutely filled. So I went with this mermaid design. This is all they had in kind of like girly colours. The other one that I wanted to get was out of stock, but this is absolutely filled, completely packed full. So you've got pens here, you've got a pad here, a rubber there, more pens here. You've got an extra little storage pouch here, so she could pop some stickers in there. And then she's got felts and pencils, and obviously it's in its own pencil case. So this one was £6. So I probably will pop this in her stocking as well. And then I will get her a couple of new little colouring books, but I'll probably get those from Home Bargains because they are super cheap. Okay, so that's everything that I got in Smiggle. I'm actually going to get... Where am I going to get rid of this box? I don't know. No, I might put everything back in here and just pop it in the storage room, because I remembered actually that I picked up a couple of things in Aldi that I found when I was sorting out some clothes to pop on my Vinted. I got her like a Barbie car, and there's a couple of other bits as well. So I'm going to kind of keep most of her stuff in here. And then any other little bits that I get for stockings, I'll get like a separate bag on the go, so I'll kind of like move things around, because there's a few things in here that won't go in a stocking, they'll just go in her presents. So I'm gonna move this probably to our storage room, and then when I go through the Amazon Prime bits, there's quite a lot of that is for Penny as well, because they had great deals on Barbie. But I'm in the middle of just finishing my shake. It is currently 10:45, so I need to go and get ready for work in about 15 minutes. But I'm gonna start doing a cleaning video today. I'm gonna do a little bit before I go to work and then some after. So I'm actually gonna start with the ironing, because I've got a huge pile in the utility, but it's been so hot over the weekend, obviously that was the last thing on my mind to do some ironing. So while the weather's cool or cooler today, I'm gonna get that done. But I've had when I get back from work, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit. We'll cook some lunch. I think I'm gonna have to do omelette today, because my bagels, I had 2 left but they went out of date, so I had to put those in the bin. But I've had a little bit of a weekend dealing with being unwell, so I'll speak to you a little bit about that when I get back from work. But I hope everyone is doing okay, and I'm gonna go and finish my shake and crack on with some ironing, guys.